Your Excellencies.
Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, we here at the Howard Dare channel have been involved for many years on the cutting edge of whore research. And we have compiled a list of the top 10 signs that a woman might be a whore. Now, this list refers specifically to the free-range whore of Western civilization, but it couldn't be applied to whores from all over the world, and indeed to women from all over the world. So, with that in mind, the number 10 sign that the woman might be a whore. Number 10. The first thing she says to you is, "What do you do for a living?" Now, it's perfectly possible that the woman has absolutely no brain and is just trying to make small talk, but chances are that she's sizing you up, and she's going to decide on how she behaves depending on your answer to the question. So if the first thing she says is, "What do you do for a living?" she's either a complete idiot or she's a whore. Number 9. After you tell her what you do for a living, her demeanor suddenly changes, like she's hit the break point in a hockey play, It's like, and break. In other words, her treatment of you is based on your external status. And if she suddenly starts looking around the room like she's looking for help, or she's looking for somebody to rescue her, she's actually looking around for cops or other whore competition, or someone that might actually be with her target. Okay. Number 8. After the initial whore contact, she will seem to be overly concerned with the social setting around her and unable to focus on the individual that she's with, you, the man, right? And it's like the music is too loud and she talks too loud and she laughs too loud and she's looking around and she's not really able to hear you, even though you're able to hear her. And it might look like she's putting on a show. And the truth is, that's exactly what she's doing. She's signaling to people in the room that are aware of the situation, that she's starting to, stake out her territory. Number 7. Once the whore has latched on and she's made sure that the area is clear, she'll start to initiate slight physical contact, tapping a person gently, putting her hand on their arm or their chest lightly or on the shoulder, complimenting them, false ego stroking, stuff like that. And while she's doing this, she's steering the conversation towards the information that she wants. Like, how much money does the guy make? Are there other people involved in his life? What kind of character does this person have? What kind of resistance, can you expect? In what way can you deal with this person? Okay. So moving on. Number 6. Stage 7 escalates into stage 6 with just more physical contact, more false compliments. The woman even starts to play coy and stupid. And the man, if a man is with a woman that he's just met and he's like all proud and beaming, okay, you can bet that he's in stage number 6. He's dealing with a professional. Professional what? Professional hostess, Maybe she has some cupcakes, and maybe she's starting to show the man the cupcakes. Also, at this stage, she'll start mentioning her difficulties in life. Student loan, sick mother, children at the orphanage without enough food or needing blankets, stuff like that. And it's like she's searching the man for his moral and ethical response. And indeed, she is, but not for the reason that the man might think. Okay, stage number 5, sign number 5. She's starting to feel pretty confident about the situation, that she has a mark and that she's got him isolated and that there's other people around who are aware of what's going on. And at this point, she'll start to talk about other high status men in her life or that she's been with. Maybe professional athletes, maybe somebody who's just very wealthy or famous. She starts dropping these hints, okay, that there's these men in her life that value her, and these men are powerful and potentially violent men, right? And that they have status. And she's proud. And she's trying in a weird way, or it seems like she's trying in a weird way to suggest that she has this higher sexual market value, even though she's flirting with her target. She might also start to brag about her own physical abilities at this stage, or brag about something about herself, even though she'll try to keep it like she's a humble, homespun girl. She'll start bragging about stuff like maybe she, will talk about how much she works out, or that she plays sports or something along those lines, or, that she's a dancer or something. Anyway, moving on. Sign number 4. Suddenly, she just starts to talk about her difficult sexual past.
When I was 8, I was confused being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not.
It's like, you don't know where it comes from, but then suddenly she's like, yeah, and my ex-boyfriend, he used to take drugs and beat me up, and he took all my money, and he stole my rent. It's just on and on and on, and it just comes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, how did we move from, stage number 5, where she's talking about all the great men in her life, and about all the places that she's been, and all of her education, and great jobs, and then suddenly, boom! This is like, yeah, and he was trying to hit me. And this is a tip-off, man, okay, that you're dealing with somebody that's going to give you trouble. And they're actually trying to warn you. You know what I mean? They're actually saying in this implicit way that you're dealing with damaged goods. But it also serves this other function. Because as she starts to cry these crocodile tears, and she might even believe the stuff, and the stuff might even be true, she's checking to see if the guy says, and you know the line, you know how this works. It's like, I would never do that, right? I would never treat a woman like that. Oh, that's horrible. Only a real bad, evil man would treat a woman like that. That's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for these cues and these signs. Sign number 3. The physical contact is escalated, okay? Because there's now an understanding that he is the type of man that will take care of her. So now she starts to act outright comfortable and cozy with the man. And it's funny now because now, in other words, it kind of moves on to a new stage. In other words, now she's happy and things like that. And a funny thing happens at this stage because the people around her, and I'm talking about like a meet and greet setting, like a bar, okay? The people around her will now start to kind of acknowledge her and give her, a friendly nod here and there. And she'll start to give them a friendly nod here and there. And if you notice that they start to refer to her by a name other than the name she gave you, like she told you that her name was Monique, but her name is, McGill, and she calls herself Lil, but everybody knows her as Nancy, you're dealing with a professional. Number 2 sign that you're dealing with a whore. She again reminds the man that she has many male friends. She's both admitting that she's a whore and she's setting it out as a warning to the man, okay? And as I said, the man might start noticing that although she's really happy with him now and smiling, that there's this acknowledgement, there's this tacit agreement between her and the other people around her. And they start nodding to her and they start talking to her a little bit. So that's a sign that the woman you're dealing with is a whore. And the number 1 sign that the woman you're dealing with is a whore, and this is no matter what the excuse is, men, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a student loan. It doesn't matter if it's a sick mother. It doesn't matter if it's a cab fare. It doesn't matter if it's a boyfriend who stole her purse. The number 1 sign that you're dealing with a whore is that if after having sex with the woman, she asks you for money. And you would be surprised that a lot of men actually don't get it at this stage. Like the girl says, look, it's for my sick mother. It's for the orphanage so that they can get some food and some blankets. And he's just trying to help out. So that's the number 1 sign that you're dealing with a free-range Western whore. And as I said, there's many other types of whores. There's gold-digging whores. There's the domestic whore. There's the backstabbing whore. There's the cheating whore, which is kind of an oxymoron right there. But all of those are other videos. So I just want to say that I've been thinking, really long and hard about the content to offer you guys that might be useful to you guys. But I want you to know something. There is another world here, a world beneath this world, a dark world beneath the surface of YouTube and Google, and millions of dollars are involved. And it has to do with black hat search engine techniques. Now, some of you may know that this channel, the Howard Dare channel, has been under attack and siege for many months now, about 4 months now. And we've only been here for about 8 months. And we've been holding out. As a matter of fact, we were doing really good. But then, near the beginning of the month, something happened. And I kind of know what happened, but I can't say, because I don't really understand it all yet. But as I said, it's black hat search optimization, attack stuff, content spamming, paid backlinks, paid spam links. Okay, it's actually really pretty cool if it wasn't actually being done to attack me and MGTOW. So there's all kinds of dark stuff going on with serious money involved. Not for me, but for others. So I'd like to share the stuff with you guys, but I'm getting wiped out. I really am. And I'd like to figure out what's going on and turn it around and, share the information with you guys, but it's not looking good. Now, I've considered the possibility that people just don't like my content. But then I just summarily dismiss that idea because it's crazy. It's completely insane. And then I concocted, discovered this whole, conspiracy and dark web stuff. That's where we're at. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, maybe even link me to some information on, the real stuff going on beneath the hood of YouTube and Google and the search engines and MGTOW. Because I'm getting my ass kicked here. And I'd really like to keep hanging around and keep making content. Thank you, MGTOW.